Well, yesterday we arrived at school not knowing what we were going to be led into, and surprisingly we have been enjoying the program so far. We've been able to communicate with new coaches and teachers and be able to communicate our ideas that we haven't been able to have this experience. Well, we haven't been able to experience anything like this in life yet. It's our first time being introduced to business and entrepreneurship. It's quite different, but also very nice because it's a more relaxed atmosphere and everyone is more in their element instead of being strictly sitting behind desks and writing on paper and on the tables. So we have a more open sort of structure because we're all sitting in a circle and it just feels like more nicer for everyone. At the moment we're still developing our idea, but hopefully by the end of the day we should be able to get something running.
And so for me what was really good was giving an opportunity for students to put sort of what they're learning in an academic sense into action, because I think for, not for all students, because some students see their path very clearly sort of going through an academic, potentially ending in an academic kind of arena, but I think for a lot of students, they potentially struggle with how are they going to apply the different knowledge but also concepts that they're learning at school in a career afterwards. And so I think giving them early exposure to a career, whether it's an industry, which may not be for all of them, at least gives them a feel for areas they might like to further explore.
I think it's a great way for kids to socialize with people who are perhaps a little bit older in a grown-up way. I think it's good for self-confidence. I think it's really good for them to sort of project ideas and to finalize them.
I feel like I'm learning more because it's such a change to normal everyday school, sitting in a chair and writing notes, and your mind is more awake and taking down things maybe easier as well to retain in your brain if you're enjoying the way you're learning.
Okay.
There also seems to be more discussion, which is very interesting. Generally in classes there tends to be more I talk, you write, rather than let's all have a discussion about this topic, and in which no one's answer is wrong and everyone can share their opinions.
We're making them feel valued, knowing our names for starters, or asking what our names were, welcoming us, shaking our hands, bringing us into your zone. So a lot of you did that very well. I thought in terms of the sales pitch, Merlin, I agree with the others, stood out. The sales pitch was excellent. I'm not really sure what Merlin was trying to do or why I spent so much money there, because it doesn't stand out from many other businesses, but you were very persuasive, and I lost a lot of money in your stand.
I think today's exercise with the trading game was obviously, if you like, slightly less deep in terms of the amount of preparation and what was at stake. But I think what was nice there was also the idea that entrepreneurship doesn't have to be enormous. It doesn't have to be the exclusive thing you do. But sometimes small ideas can give rise not only to potentially successful businesses, but can also make a real impact in the world. And I think we saw today through some of the ideas, some kids came up with some very simple but potentially really viable consumer innovation.
That no answer is wrong, and every idea can develop into something that can be achievable for either a business or something social in the world.
I've learned, because I haven't studied economics and I don't actually know much about entrepreneurship and how businesses work exactly, it's been very interesting to know the types of businesses and what really makes an entrepreneur successful.
I mean, the key thing for me would be that this is definitely something that I would support doing for us in the future at Ecolint, and I would strongly recommend to other schools to get involved in.